You want to be centered. You want to be calm. Take a deep breath. Now, they may say, okay, we're going to start it. You're going to slate and give me profiles. Anybody know what profiles are?
No.
Okay, on-camera audition. Slate is this. Hi, my name's Tom Hofbauer. I'm with such and such agency. Profiles, please? Absolutely. Left profile, back to camera. Right profile. Sometimes they want you to turn all the way around because they want to see what the back of your head looks like. So then if they tell you to do that, then you can do that. Sometimes they won't ask for profiles. If they ask for profiles, that's what it is. Back to camera, here. Smile. Sometimes the person who's hiring you is not going to be in the room. They're going to see you from a camera. So you need to look like you would be fun to be on the set with. You'll be enjoyable to be on the set with. Have a nice warm smile. Even if you're doing a sad or tragic monologue, look inviting. Look like you'd be fun to be on the set with. I don't want to spend a month with someone who's a crank. A guy came in to audition for my film. I had written my screenplay. And he came in, he was very cocky, very sure of himself. And he read, and I gave him the sides, and I said, you guys know what sides are? Anybody not know what sides are? Okay, so when they say sides, that's the pages of the script you're going to read for the audition. That's what sides are. You need to know these terms, okay? When you call your agent, when your agent calls you and says, you have an audition tomorrow morning at 1 o'clock, are there sides available? Yeah, there are. I'll fax them off to you. That's the term, okay? You need to understand the terminology or people look at you like you're wet behind the ears. Okay, so I gave him the sides and I said, come on back in 5 minutes and read with somebody else. So he came back in and he read and he changed some of the script. I don't have a problem with that, except he got done with his audition. He said, I changed a couple of words, made it better.
Yeah, well.
Guess who didn't get a point? You never know who you're talking to, so you need to be careful. Only answer the questions that you're asked. Don't throw a lot of information in.
That's a really important piece of information.
Yeah.
Repeat that. Don't give more information than you're asked for.
You need to be like a witness stand on a witness in a trial.
Yep.
You never answer anything more than what the attorney asks you. Because he might have gotten the part, but he certainly didn't after he made that crack. And it's not that I'm all that sensitive about it. I had people changing lines in the screenplay all the time when we were shooting it. But they would come up and say, you know what, I'm not sure if my character would say it this way. Could I say it this way? I'd listen to it. If I thought it was appropriate, I'd say, yeah, go ahead. If I didn't think it was appropriate, I'd say, no, I really wrote it for this reason. It pays off later on. It needs to stay this way. Yeah. But this guy trashed his opportunity.
Oh, made it better.
But the only good thing is he brought the cinematographer, the DP of my film, came down with this guy because they were friends. He handed me his card, and I hired him to DP the movie. So there was some benefit there, but he didn't get the part. Okay, so slate and profiles. So you know what a slate is, you know what profiles are. Okay, a lot of times they'll have a mark. You stand on your mark when you're done, and they're not going to turn the camera off between profiles and your audition. So then you take whatever moment you need to take, but don't do the overly dramatic. And remember, you're on camera. Camera magnifies everything. You know how they say camera adds 10 pounds? It also adds 3 feet to this. Oh, really? That kind of stuff. You don't want to be big and muggy on camera. So you can do your prep beforehand. You can take that moment, but don't be real dramatic. Don't do the thing that everybody does on stage. It's not about that. It's about inhabiting the character. When you're ready to go, you look up, you make contact with the eye contact with the camera before you start. You want to make that contact with the camera. Then if you need to look away, go ahead and look away. But you want to make eye contact with the camera. Always have your first line and your last line memorized.
Yeah, good point.
Do not go in and do this. Boy, Frank, where have you been? No. Frank, where have you been? I'm very upset with you. Okay, how much do you want? You can look at your script between. If you're doing if someone's reading lines off camera for you, do not look down at your script while the other person is reading lines. They want to see your reaction. I look for actors. I look for how do you react. Acting is not acting. Acting is reacting. How do you react when someone's speaking to you? So if you and I are doing a scene and the camera's right there and you're reading for me, okay, so I'm going to deliver my line to you, and then you're going to deliver back to me, and I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to react. And then if I need to look at my script, then I can take a break. But I'm going to bury the break in some sort of business. I don't know how many times I've told you I don't want cream in my coffee. So you see what I'm saying? You can bury that look at the script in some sort of a frustration or whatever. Okay? Now, if you're doing a cold reading and you don't have the whole thing memorized, there's a really great trick. Maybe you guys have talked about this. It's a thumb trick. Really simple. Where am I? You don't want to be doing this. Where am I on the script? Where am I? Oh my God! As you read, if you're reading, your line is here and your next line is down here. As soon as you get done reading this line, move your thumb down to your next line. Now, when you come back to the script, all you have to do is look for your thumb. Oh, there's my line right there. Okay. Get done delivering that line, move it down. Where's my next line? Oh, it's right there next to my thumb. Real simple. Okay? Reaction. You've got to be looking at your scene partner or the person who's reading. Now, the other thing is you may get one of these people who's reading with you. So you're doing a romantic scene. Yusuf, you're doing a romantic scene with a beautiful woman. I'm the beautiful woman. Okay? So just give me any line. Just improv a line for me.
I love you.
I love you too.
Do you want to get married?
Yes, I would love to get married. I've been waiting for you to ask me for a long time. They might not give you anything.
Yeah.
You guys have all done auditions like this in high school and in college where your scene partner has no clue. You've got to put that in for them. Or you've got to make, even with the lines you're doing, you've got to make what they're doing work for you.
Yeah.
However you do that. Okay? If it's frustrating, if you can work frustration in there, that's fine. But if they're not giving you anything, you still have to deliver. Don't match their energy. You guys know about energy matching, right? Do not match their energy if they're not giving. If all they're doing is giving you straight line readings. You got to work that in for yourself. Take your time on your audition. If you screw up, go through, and when you get to the end, say, "Can I do that again?" They may say, "Nope, we got it." If they say, "Nope, we got it," smile. "Thank you very much. It was a pleasure," and walk out. If they allow you to do it again, make sure that you're doing something different or you're making an adjustment so they know why you did it again. Okay, just don't do it again to do it again. There better be a reason why you're asking to do it a second time. Don't waste my time if you're going to do the same damn thing. Okay? When I give you an adjustment, make sure your adjustment, there's an adjustment there. Listen to what I'm saying. We tend to get tunnel vision and tunnel hearing when we're in an audition. And I might say, "Yusuf, I need you to do that, but I need you to do the... You're all upset. I want this to be more vulnerable. Give me more vulnerable." Or they might say, "You know what? I need more blue. It just needs more blue."
I love the metaphors.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know, what blue are you talking about? But again, if you don't know, ask. But if they won't give you any more than blue, then you got to make a bold choice and make it. Okay? They do, in LA, they do have things where you can pay 25 or 30 bucks. And they're casting sessions, but it's not anything for anything particular. There'll be a casting director from a TV show, and they'll do a little talk, and then you'll get up and you'll do a prepared piece. So it can be anything you want. That's when you'd have a monologue or a two-person scene you do with somebody. But when you do those, you want to look at what that person is what show they cast for. If they're casting for Law and Order and you want to do comedy, then there's no point in reading for someone who's doing something you're not doing. So you want to look at their resume and figure out what it is that they cast for, and then prepare a piece for that. That's the only time you really use a prepared monologue. Otherwise, you're going to get sides from the piece. And whenever you do an audition, always ask your agent, "Are there sides available? Can I pick them up ahead of time?" Now, just because there are sides available doesn't mean those are going to be the same sides that you're going to read from when you get to the audition. They may change it. Happened to me a couple times. You got to be flexible. That's why you got to be good at cold reading. You got to be able to go through something, make your choices, make your decisions really quickly, because you might get stuck with a cold read, even though you've prepared something else. I prepared something once, and they said, "Oh, we're doing something else from the script," and I was verklempt, and I screwed up the audition because I wasn't prepared for the cold read.